Michael here, looking at Psalms 104 for our devotion today. A psalm which may be subtitled, O Lord my God, you are very great. And today we're focusing on verse 23 to 25 for the exposition. Let's go ahead and read those three verses. Verse 23. Man goeth forth unto his work, and to his labor until the evening. 24. O Lord, how manifold are thy works! In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. And verse 25. So is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. And as we turn to the treasure of David for the exposition, let's go ahead and read verse 23 again. Man goeth forth unto his work, and to his labor until the evening. And Spurgeon exposits, Man goeth forth. It is his turn now, and the sunrise has made things ready for him. His warm couch he forsakes, and the comforts of home, to find his daily food. This work is good for him, both keeping him out of mischief and exercising his faculties. Unto his work and to his labor until the evening. He goes not forth to sport, but to work, not to loiter, but to labor. At least, this is the lot of the best part of mankind. We are made for work and ought to work, and should never grumble that so it is appointed. The hours of labor, however, ought not to be too long. If labor lasts out the average daylight, it is certainly all that any man ought to expect of another. And yet there are poor creatures so badly paid that in 12 hours they cannot earn bread enough to keep them from hunger. Shame on those who dare so impose upon helpless women and children. Night work should also be avoided as much as possible. There are 12 hours in which a man ought to work. The night is meant for rest and sleep. Night, then, as well as day, has its voice of praise. It is more soft and hushed, but it is none the less true. The moon lights up a solemn silence of worship among the fir trees, through which the night wind softly breathes its songs, songs without words. Every now and then a sound is heard, which, however simple by day, sounds among the shadows startling and weird-like, as if the presence of the unknown had filled the heart with trembling, and made the influence of the infinite to be realized. Imagination awakens herself. Unbelief finds the silence and the solemnity uncongenial. Faith looks up to the skies above her and sees heavenly things all the more clearly in the absence of the sunlight. And adoration bows itself before the great invisible. There are spirits that keep the night watches, and the spell of their presence has been felt by many a wanderer in the solitudes of nature. God also himself is abroad all night long, and the glory which concealeth is often felt to be even greater than which reveals. Bless the Lord, O my soul. And verse 24 that reads, O Lord, how manifold are thy works! In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. O Lord, how manifold are thy works! They are not only many for number, but manifold for variety. Mineral, vegetal, animal. What a range of works is suggested by these three names. No two even of the same class are exactly alike, and the classes are more numerous than science can number. Works in the heavens above and in the earth beneath, and in the waters under the earth, works which abide the ages, works which come to perfection and pass away in a year, works which with all their beauty do not outlive a day, works within works, and works within these. Who can number one of 1,000? God is the great worker, an ordiner of variety. It is ours to study his works, for they are great, and sought out of all them that have pleasure therein. The kingdom of grace contains as manifold and as great works as that of nature, but the chosen of the Lord alone discerns them. In wisdom hast thou made them all, or wrought them all. They are all his works, wrought by his own power, and they all display his wisdom. It was wise to make there none could be spared. Every link is essential to the chain of nature. Wild beasts, as much as men, poisons as truly as odoriferous herbs. They are wisely made. Each one fits its place, fills it, and is happy in doing so. As a whole, the all of creation is a wise achievement, and however it may be checkered with mysteries and clouded with terrors, it all works together for good, and as one complete, harmonious piece of workmanship, it answers the great worker's end. The earth is full of thy riches. It is not a poor house, but a palace, not a hungry ruin, but a well-fitted storehouse. The Creator has not set his creatures down in the dwelling place where the table is bare, and the buttery empty. He has filled the earth with food, and not with bare necessaries only, but with riches, dainties, luxuries, beauties, treasures. In the bowels of the earth are hidden mines of wealth, and on her surface are teeming harvests of plenty. All these riches are the Lord's. We ought to call them not the wealth of nations, but thy riches, O Lord. Not in one clime alone are these riches of God to be found, but in all lands. Even the Arctic Ocean has its precious things which men endure much hardness to win, and the burning sun of the equator ripens a produce which flavors the food of all mankind. If his house below is so full of riches, what must his house above be, where the very streets are paved with gold, exceeding clear and fine? And verse 25 that reads, So is this great and wide sea, wherein are all things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. Spurgeon exposits. So is this great and wide sea. He gives an instance of the immense number and variety of Jehovah's works by pointing to the sea. Look, saith he, at yonder ocean, stretching itself on both hands and embracing so many lands. It too swarms with animal life, and in its deeps lies treasures beyond all counting. The heathen made the sea a different province from the land, and gave the command thereof to Neptune. But we know of a surety that Jehovah rules the waves, wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. Read moving things and animals small or great, and you have the true sense. The number of minute forms of animal life is indeed beyond all reckoning. When a single phosphorent wave may bear millions of infusoria, and around fragments of rock armies of microscopic beings may gather, we renounce all idea of applying arithmetic to such a case. The sea in many regions appear to be all alive, as if every drop were a world. Nor are there tiny creatures the only tenants of the sea, for it contains gigantic mammals which exceed in bulk those which range the land, and a vast host of huge fishes which wander among the waves, and hide in the caverns of the sea, as the tiger lurks in the jungle, or the lion roams the plain. Truly, O Lord, thou makest the sea to be as rich in the works of thy hands as the land itself. Almighty, wondrous, and everlasting God, bless his holy name. Trust you enjoy the meditation. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be blessed.